Hello students, in a previous lecture we studied the analytical method of determination of metacentric height. Now we are going to study experimental method of determination of the metacentric height. Okay. For this, consider a vessel which is flowing in the water. Okay, in the figure you can see a vessel is there and it is floating in a water. Okay, so we have to find out its metacentric height. So consider G is the center of the gravity. Okay, and B is the center of the buoyancy. Okay, so in the figure A, the vessel is flowing in an water. Okay, so here body is in equilibrium state. Okay, then and W1, consider W1 is a weight which is placed over the center of the vessel. Okay, the W1 is a weight which is placed at the over the center of the vessel. Okay, and this vessel is flowing. Now suppose if this vessel is this weight is moved towards the right. Okay, then what will happen? Suppose this weight is moved towards the right side. Okay, in the figure B you can see that this weight is moving towards the right side. Then due to this the body is tilted. Okay, in the right side direction. Okay, so W is the W is the weight of the vessel including this moving weight. Okay, so capital W showing the weight of the indicating the weight of this complete vessel including W1, that is weight of the moving block. Okay, and G is the center of gravity, B is the center of buoyancy of the vessel. Okay, when this weight is moved across the vessel towards the right, okay, by a distance x, then the vessel will be tilted. In the figure you can see the weight is moved towards the right side, and because of this the floating body is now tilted. Okay, the vessel will be tilted. Okay, so the angle of hill here, the angle of hill that it is indicated by a theta is measured by the means of plumb line and the protractor attached to the vessel. Okay, now the center of gravity of the vessel will be shifted to G1. In the figure you can see here the here is the normal axis. Okay, so then after when the body is tilted, then the center of gravity of this body will be shifted from the G to G1. Also, the center of buoyancy is shifted from B to B1. Okay, then under the equilibrium, the moment caused by the moment of the load W1 through this X must be equal to the moment caused by the shift of the center of gravity from G to G1. Okay, uh, the moment which is caused due to the weight due to the movement of this weight, that is from for the this way is moved from the center to the right side by a distance x. Okay, so the moment which is caused by the moment of this weight W1, okay, through a distance x, it must be equal to the movement caused by the shift of the center of gravity from G to G1. Okay, so first we have to calculate the moment due to the change of G to G1 due to the center of gravity, shift of the center of gravity. Okay, so first we will calculate the moment of change of center of gravity. Okay, so it is must be equal to distance g to g1 into the weight of that vessel. Okay, so the moment due to the change of center of gravity will be equal to distance g to g1 into weight of that vessel, including the small moving weight. Okay, so it must be equal to w into gm tan theta. G to G1 distance is equal to what? Gm tan theta. In the figure you can see the distance G to G1 is equal to Gm tan theta. Okay, if we draw an triangle over here, then G to G1 is distance is equal to Gm tan theta. Okay, then uh, then we get the moment due to the change of center of gravity is equal to W into G1 tan theta. Now we have to calculate the moment of due to the moment of load. Okay, or we can say the moment due to the shifting of the load. Okay, that means W1. So it is must be equal to weight into the distance. So it is equal to W1 into X. Okay, so here these two moments must be equal. So by equating these two we get W1 into X is equal to WGM tan theta. Okay, so here Gm is equal to W1x upon W tan theta. Gm means what? The metacentric height. So here we got the equation Gm is equal to W1x upon W tan theta. Okay, now we will see problem on the same concept. The problem is a ship of 70 meter long and 10 meter broad has a displacement of 10620 kilonewton. A weight of 343.35 kilonewton is moved across the deck through a distance of 6 meters. Okay, the ship is tilted to 6 degree. The moment of inertia of the ship at the center at the water line about its fore and axis is 75% of moment of inertia of the circumscribing rectangle. Okay, the center of buoyancy is 2.25 meter below the water line. Find the metacentric height and the position of center of gravity of the ship. Okay, specific weight of the seawater is 10104 Newton per meter raised to cube. Okay, so here is the statement of our problem. Now what they have given in the problem, the length of the ship is given as 70 meter. Okay, then breadth of the ship is 10 meter. Okay, so it will be look like this. Here the plan is there. The width is 10 meter and the length of the ship is 70 meter. Okay, now the displacement, they have given the displacement is nothing but the weight of that ship, which is equal to 19620 kilonewton. Okay, so capital W is equal to 19620. Then the angle of the heel is equal to 6 degree. The ship is tilted to the 6 degree, so the angle of the heel, that means theta, is equal to 6 degree. Also they have given that the moment of inertia of the ship at the water line is equals to 75% of the moment of inertia of the circumscribing rectangle. Okay, then weight, that means the specific weight of the seawater is given as 10104 Newton per meter cube, which is equal to 10.104 kilonewton per meter cube. Okay, and also they have given the movable weight. movable weight is over here is 343.35 kilonewton. Okay, so W1 is equal to 343.35 kilonewton, and this weight is displaced by or moved by a distance of 6 meter. So distance is equal to means it is indicated by a small x. So small x is equal to 6 meter. And also we have given that the center of buoyancy is 2.25 meter below the water line. Okay, so here center of buoyancy is equal to 2.25 meter below the water surface. Okay, we have to find out the metacentric height and also the position of the center of gravity. Okay, so for this first we will calculate the metacentric height. Formula for the metacentric height is W1x upon capital W into tan theta. As we know, W1 is equal to 343.35 kilonewton. Distance is x, which is 6 meter. W, that is displacement, which is equal to 196.20 kilonewton, and theta is here is 60 degree. So into tan 6 degree. Okay, after calculating all this, we get the value of metacentric height is 0.999 meter. Okay, so distance GM is equal to 0.999 meter. Okay, then we have to calculate the center of gravity. For this we know that the GM is also equals to R upon means the moment of inertia upon the volume of the ship submerged in the water minus distance Bg. Okay, this is the formula which we get after solving by the analytical method of the determination of the metacentric height. Okay, so Gm is equal to moment of inertia upon the volume of the body submerged in water minus distance Bg. So first we will calculate the I, that is moment of inertia of the ship above the water line. At water line about the axis YY. Okay, so here in the figure you can see the length is 70 meter, breadth is 10 meter. Okay, then moment of inertia, as they have already told that moment of inertia is equal to 75% of the moment of inertia of the circumscribed rectangle. Okay, so here it must be equal to 75% into 1:12 into BD cube. Okay, then so it is equal to 4375 meter raised to 4. Okay, the value of I is 4375 meter cube. Now we have to calculate the volume of the ship in water. Volume of the ship in water is equal to weight of that ship upon the weight density of the water, which is equal to weight of the ship is given as 196.19620. Okay, and the weight density of the water they have already given in the example, which is equal to 10104. Okay, then after putting in this we get the value as value of the volume of the ship in water is 1940.74 meter raised to cube. Okay, now we will calculate the ratio of this volume, ratio of this moment of inertia and the volume. Okay, so it is the value is 2.253 meter. Okay, then distance GM is equal to what? Distance GM is equal to 2.253 minus Bg. What is this distance 2.253? Here we have calculated the value I upon means the value of moment of inertia upon the volume. Okay, minus distance bg. Okay, after calculating this we get the value of gm. So but we have to calculate the, we don't know the distance bg. Okay, and but we know the value of gm. Gm distance we already calculated, which is equal to 0.999. Okay, so put this value into the equation. 0.999 is equal to 2.253 minus distance bg. So bg is equal to 1.254 meter. Okay, so distance b to g is value is 1.254. Okay, then we have to calculate the distance of center of gravity from the surface of water. Okay, in the figure what they have given in the example, the center of Beyonce is lying at 2.25 meter from the water line. Okay, so distance from water line to B is 2.25. Okay, we have calculated the distance B to G, which is equal to 1.254. Now we can calculate the distance of distance of center of gravity from the water line. That means 2.25 minus 1.254, then we will get the distance of center of gravity from the water line. Okay, which is equal to 0.996 meter. Okay, so here is the distance of center of gravity from the free surface of water. Hope you understand the problem. Well, now we will see one more problem on the same topic. The problem is a pontoon of 15696 kilonewton displacement is floating in the water. A weight of 245.25 kilonewton is moved through a distance of 8 meter across the deck of the pontoon, which tilts the pontoon through an angle of 4 degrees. Find the metacentric height of the pontoon. Okay, firstly, what they have given in the example, first they have given the displacement. The displacement is nothing but the weight of the pontoon. So W, that means capital W, weight of the pontoon is equal to 156.96 kilonewton. Okay, then a movable weight which is equal to 254.25. Okay, and this weight is moving by a distance 8 meter across the deck of the pontoon. So distance small x is equal to 8 meter. Okay, then they have given the angle of the heel, which is equal to 4 degree. Theta is equal to 4 degree. Then simple formula of the GM is W1 x upon capital W tan theta. Put all this value into the equation, which is equal to 245.25 kilonewton into the distance x, which is 8 upon capital W means 15696 kilonewton into tan 4 degree. Okay, we get the value of GM as 1.788 meter. Okay, so here is the answer of our problem. GM is equal to 1.788 meter. Okay, now we will see the another topic, the oscillation of a rotating body. Okay, so oscillation is nothing but the repetitive variation. Okay, and this we are going to study the oscillation of the rotating body. So for this, consider a floating body which is tilted through an angle by an overturning couple, which is as shown in the figure. So in the figure you can see a floating body is there. Okay, and this is tilted by an angle of an overturning couple. Okay. Let this overturning couple is suddenly removed. The body will start oscillating. If you remove this overturning couple, then the body will start oscillating. Okay. So here is the body which is floating over the which is floating in a water. Okay, and then it is treated by an angle of an overturning couple. It is treated by an angle of overturning couple. If we remove this couple, then the body will start oscillating. Okay, body will start oscillating. uh, Oscillation means the repetitive variations will occurs into this body. Okay, then the force then the body will start oscillating. Thus the body will be in the state of the oscillation as if suspended at the metacenter. Okay, from here it will from the metacenter it will start oscillating. Okay, this is similar to the pendulum. As like a pendulum, it is rotating. Okay, the only force which is acting on the body due to this restoring couple, due to the weight of and due to the weight W of the body, and also due to the force of the body. Okay, so the force which is acting over the body or over the restoring couple is due to the weight of the body and the force of buoyancy. So this restoring couple is equal to weight into the distance GA, weight of that body, which is equal to capital W into the distance G to A. Okay, so it is equal to W into sine of theta. Okay, W into sine theta. Then this couple tries to decrease an angle. Then this couple is trying to decrease an angle slowly. So the angular acceleration of the body is equal to minus d square theta upon dt square. Okay, and the alpha is equal to d square theta upon dt square. Angular acceleration means what? The change in the angular velocity divided by the time. So here alpha is equal to minus d square theta upon dt square. But here the angular acceleration is minus. Okay, minus sign indicating the restoring couple tries to decrease an angle. Okay, then the torque due to this inertia is equal to what? Moment of inertia about y into the angular acceleration. Moment of inertia upon about y is equal to, that means Iyy into angular displacement, that is equal to minus d square theta upon dt square. So, but we know that Iyy means the moment of inertia about y axis is equal to weight of the body upon acceleration acceleration due to gravity into the radius of gyration, square of radius of gyration. So Iyy is equal to W upon G into K square. Okay, so then if we put this value into the above equation, we get inertia torque is equal to W upon G K square into in bracket minus d square theta upon dt square, which is equal to minus W upon G K square into d square theta upon dt square. So this is our second equation. First equation is of restoring couple and second equation is of inertia torque. If we equate these two equations, then what we will get? W into Gm sin theta is equal to minus W upon G K square theta into d square theta upon dt square. Okay, but here W is on both sides, so they are cancelled out. So it is equal to Gm sin theta is equal to minus K square upon G d square theta. Here the angle theta is very small, so sin theta is equal to theta. Okay, so the equation becomes Gm into theta is equal to minus k square upon g d square theta upon dt square. Okay, then k square. Now this equation we can also be written as k square theta upon g into d square theta upon dt square plus gm into theta is equal to 0. Okay, if we divide this equation by k square upon g, then what we will get? D square theta upon dt square plus gm theta into g upon k square is equal to 0. Okay, then if we solve this differential equation of second degree, this is the equation of the second degree. Okay, differential equation of the second degree. If we solve this, the solution is theta is equal to c1 sine of under root of gm into small g upon k square into t plus c2 cos of under root of gm into g into t upon k square. This is our third equation. Okay, here c1 and c2 are the constants of the integration. c1 and c2 are the constant of the equation. So these values of c1 and c2 are obtained from the boundary equation. You have to calculate this value of c1. So c1 and c2 are the constant of integration. Okay, the values of c1 and c2 are obtained from the boundary equations. Boundary equations are t is equal to 0 and theta is equal to 0. When time is equal to 0 and angle of thing is equal to 0. And second condition is when t is equal to capital T by 2. Okay, that means the period of oscillation and by 2 minus and when theta is equal to 0. This is the second condition. Okay, now where t is the time period of one complete oscillation, capital T indicating the time period of complete oscillation. Okay, then substitute this first boundary equation into the above equation, means in the equation number 3. Okay, so first we will put first condition which is equal to at t is equal to 0 and theta is equal to 0. Okay, then we get 0 is equal to cm into 0 plus c1 into 1. Okay, because sin theta is equal to 0 and cos theta is equal to 1. So we get the value equation as c2 is equal to 0. Okay, then substitute this is after putting the first condition we get the value of c2 as 0. Okay, now calculate substitute the second boundary conditions into the equation number 3. Then we get 0 is equals to c1 sine of under root of gm into g upon k square into t by 2. Okay, but this here c1 cannot be equal to 0. Okay, then what we have to write this equation in the alternative manner, as we know that sin pi is equals to 0. So we can return this equation as sine of under root of gm into g upon k square into capital T by 2 is equal to, instead of 0 we can write as a sin pi. Okay, then sin pi is on both sides. Now it is cancelled out from both sides. Then we get the equation under root of gm upon g into g upon k square into t by 2 is equal to pi. Okay, then final equation of the t, that is time period of the oscillation, is equals to 2 pi under root of k square upon gm into g. So here after solving the whole equation we get the value of time period of the oscillation. Capital T is equals to 2 pi under root of k square upon gm into g. Okay, where here k indicating the radius of gyration, gm is nothing but the metacentric height. Okay, and g means acceleration due to, small g indicating the acceleration due to gravity. Okay, and capital T means the time period of the oscillation. Okay, now we will see solve problems on the same. The first problem is a list radius of gyration of a sheet is 8 meter and the metacentric height is 70 meter. Calculate the time period of the oscillation of the sheet. Calculate the time period of oscillation of the sheet. So what they have given, list radius of gyration k is equals to 8 meter. Okay, radius of gyration they have given as 8 meter. Metacentric height means the distance gm is equals to 17 centimeter. So convert it into the meter, which is equals to 0.70 meter. Okay, then time period of oscillation is equals to what? 2 pi, as we know the equation. T is a formula for the time period of oscillation as T is equals to 2 pi under root of k square upon capital G m into small g. Okay, put all these value into the equation. We get the value of time period of oscillation as 19.18 19.18 second. Okay, so here is the answer of our question. The time period of oscillation is 19.18 second. Okay, now we will see one more problem on the same topic. Here is the problem what they are given in the example. The time period of rolling of the sheet of the weight 294.30 kilonewton in a seawater is 10 seconds. So time period is given as 10 seconds. Okay, time period is capital T indicating the time period, which is equals to 10 seconds. The weight of the rolling ship, weight of the ship is 294.30. Here capital W is 294.30 kilonewton. So convert it into the newton. 294.30 into 1000 newton. Then what they are also given, the center of buoyancy of the ship is 1.5 meter below the center of gravity. Okay, that means the distance and the radius and the center of buoyancy means B, okay, of the ship is below the center of gravity, is 1.5 meter below the center of gravity. That means the distance B to G is equals to 1.5 meter. Then find the radius of gyration of the ship if the moment of inertia of the ship at the water line about forward and aft axis is 10,000 meter raised to 4. Okay. Take the specific weight of the seawater as 10100 Newton per meter cube. Here is the printing mistake they have given. The value is here is 10,000 meter raised to 4. Okay, then given what they have given, capital T is 10 seconds, moment of inertia as 10,000 meter raised to 4, distance BG is 1.5 meter, weight of the ship is 294.30 kilonewton, and that means 294.30 into 1000 newton. We have to find out the value of K, means radius of gyration. Okay, so first we have to calculate, then we know the value, we have to calculate the radius of gyration. Okay, for this we know that the formula Gm is equal to metacentric height is equal to Bm minus Bg, which is equals to I upon, that means moment of inertia upon volume of the body submerged in water minus distance Vg. First we will calculate the I, means the moment of inertia about the y axis, which is equals to and also I volume of the water displayed. Okay, then weight of the ship upon specific weight of the water is equals to volume of the water displayed is equal to what? Weight of that ship upon the specific weight of the sea water. Weight of the ship is they have given as 294.30 into 1000. Specific weight of the sea water is 10104. So the value of volume of the water displayed is equal to 2912.6 meter is to cube meter cube. Okay, then gm is equal to I they have given as value of I, moment of inertia is 10,000. Okay, then volume of the water displayed is we have calculated which is equals to 2912.6 minus distance which is 1.5. So distance gm is equal to 1.933 meter. Okay, now we have to calculate the radius of gyration. For this we know that the formula of time period is equals to capital T is equal to 2 pi under root of k square upon gm into capital Gm into small g. If you we know the value of all these terms excepting value of k. Okay, so put all this value. T is 10 seconds, then 2 pi under root of k square upon gm distance is 1.933, g acceleration due to gravity which is already equals to 9.81. Okay, now after solving this we get the value of radius of gyration as 6.93 meter. Okay, so here is the answer of our problem. The radius of gyration is 6.93 meter. Okay, so here our second module is completed. Okay, in this so in a second module we have studied the center of Beyoncé, meta center, then analytical method of finding out the center of Beyoncé, then experimental methods of finding out the center of Beyoncé, oscillations of a floating body. Okay, all these are we have studied in the equation in the second unit. Okay, also we have studied the hydrostatic forces on the surfaces. Okay, so here our second module is completed. Thank you.